Hi, my name is Emily Cartwright, and this is Culinary 1200, Intro to Breakfast and Lunch Cooking. And today we'll be making clam chowder. And the mise en place here is just going to be butter, yellow onions, clams, clam juice, all-purpose flour, all-purpose potatoes, and a half and half. We're going to start off with a half pound of butter, our onions that went through our food processor, and our all-purpose potatoes that were macédon. So here, after melting our butter, we're going to add in our onions, and we're just going to cook that until they're translucent. And while that, we're going to go ahead and boil our potatoes. Now we're going to boil them until they're al dente because they're still going to cook within the rest of our process. Now after our onions are cooked, we're going to add in our 4 ounces of all-purpose flour just to make us some kind of a roux. And we're just going to cook this down for about 2 minutes. Now I transferred this to a bigger pot so I'm able to add in my clam juice and my clams. Now in a separate pot, we're going to go ahead and put our 3.5 cups of clams and 3.5 cups of clam juice, and we're just going to bring those to a boil. Now while those are boiling, we're going to go ahead and drain our al dente potatoes. Here we go. And now we're going to go ahead and add in our clam juice and clams into our roux, just a little bit at a time to begin with so I can thicken it up a bit. And then we're going to go ahead and add in the rest and just combine them all. It'll start to thicken up because of the flour. You just want to make sure you want to mix in all the clumps because you don't want any big pieces of flour. Here we go. And we're just going to mix these all together. Now we're going to go ahead and put in our cooked potatoes that are straight out of the water. We're just going to fold them in. There we go. We just want to make sure that they're all in there. And this is going to sit here and cook for a few more minutes so those potatoes are going to get just a little bit softer. We're going to add in our quart of cream or milk or half and half. Now I did add in a little bit at a time because I wanted to make sure it didn't get too watery. Now here with the plating of our finished product, it is not too thin, but it still has that thicker chowder consistency. I topped it with oyster crackers as well as some Tabasco sauce for a personal preference, but it had amazing flavor. The clams really came through and it was very aromatic.